any concern that actually what the inquiry might end up doing is saying that it was all a screaming mess and we should have just locked down more?
Well, that's precisely the terms of reference for the COVID inquiry, which is the first problem. But let's address the issues of Dominic Cummings, the Dominic Cummings that said we need a dictator or a kingly position. What Dominic always has wanted, it seems, is just different types of experts running things. Now, I completely sympathise with the frustration of having too many unelected people making decisions. In fact, that's an aberration. And the whole of our political class, it needs to be said, suffers from the problem of not having clarity of purpose and ideas and having principle. To try and pin that just on Boris Johnson at this stage is completely ridiculous. We've seen both the government in action and the so-called opposition and much of the media go along with what many had severe concerns. We saw Senator Gupta's representations to the government at the time about taking a different position. Many scientists agreed with her and Sweden's position. So Dominic is frustrated about the fact that the right kind of, his kind of experts were not in place. He then breached rules that he wanted everyone else to follow, as a dictator might want. He was happy to jettison many of the democratic parts of our life. And he is as culpable as all the rest of them. And to say, for Lee Kane to say it's the wrong type of prime minister after a huge mandate because he didn't have the kind of policies. Well, we had a pandemic preparedness strategy. We still have it. The only thing is it was decided to be jettisoned. There is an issue with outsourcing. Get the experts in, get the scientists in, not make the hard political choices. They're political decisions. Let's remind us all again, these are political decisions. They might even be moral ones sometimes, but they're not the science. So let's not allow this not to do with any illnesses or to do with the environment or the weather. And that's why together we've got a campaign that says take back democracy, and that we implore everyone to get involved now and put pressure and have our voices heard to make sure there's democratic accountability in this election year, and not to allow this all to become just an accusation onto one person.